Hey guys, good morning. For me, it's morning. I don't know what time it is for you guys. Um, my topic today is self-practice first. Because everything comes from that, right? Self-practice can be whatever you want. Um, this morning, for me, it was getting out of bed early, even though I can tell I'm tired and will need a nap. Um, A lot of times I just need to do it right out of bed. And I think a lot of people are like that. There's a lot of information about killer morning practices and whatever, but I like to say you get to choose your own, because there's a million opinions on that. So it's kind of exciting that, like, the night before, you can just create your routine, or maybe you fall into one that you do daily. Um, this morning, I needed and wanted to do uh, a longer breathwork session where I go fully in because I have found that sometimes I won't hand myself over, and be like fully into it. So, like, I'll be doing breath work and then I'll go kind of do something at the same time, which is still cool in its own way. But of course, it works much better if you're going fully in to reach those amazing subconscious states, deep meditative states, and the physical stuff to happen in your body if you're doing the breath holding. Um, when you hit that hypoxic state, which means a lower oxygen level. Anyway, so today what I needed was to do that um, full 5 round breath work session, Soma breath. So Soma breath has a 21-day program that I did about 6 months ago, and that's what made me sign up for the instructor program and why I'm now a Soma Breath instructor. Because I loved the 21-day awakening program so much. So anyway, um, yeah, I did I did the 5 round breathwork routine from the end of that program, and it's just such a pleasure. So, but yeah, self-practice first. So I guess for me, currently, just getting back to it because I had gotten so busy, or I thought I was, right, with like my new business. And so I would use the mornings because I'm a morning person and my freshest energy and, you know, to just go after whatever business thing needed to be done, or maybe I would get up and do the dishes if the kitchen got trashed or whatever it is. But I had to kind of crash and burn with that. It seems obvious, but no, I had to learn it again and get back to, sort of like nothing matters except that morning routine. Because once I do that, then my energy is good generally, or sometimes fantastic. And then those other things happen naturally. I can just get that business stuff done or um, do dishes and different tasks easily. Anyway, so just getting back to it, I'm like, okay, what is important? My body gets very tight and sore, and so stretching, like really luxurious, like I'll put like 30 minutes for stretching, but I also include there a little bit open-ended to feel. So sometimes those stretching sessions end up being moving emotions too. And maybe I'll have silence and be unifying. That's sort of like meditating from the Isha Judd system, and I'll unify while I stretch, and sometimes I'll move emotions during that, or I'll listen to, excuse me, Kyle Cease recently, and like yesterday evening, I had a wonderful stretching slash listening to Kyle do a hot seat with a woman who had a lot of chronic pain. And in listening to that, I related so much and was able to move, like have a really good cry. So it was fantastic. Like, I think crying is great. It's such a release. Wow. Um, so yeah, I'll put stretching in there, moving emotion, drinking lemon water. I'll squeeze some, like a fresh lemon into water to rehydrate. Have been having coffee too. So I don't really count that as part of the healthful routine, but what else has been there? Yeah, and the breath work. Yeah, and of course there's so many more things to do. Um, but I try to do maybe 2 hours and that's it, and then anything else is extra, you know? So yeah, so I guess it's just important to put on our own mask first, right? Like if you're in the airplane and it's going down, you got to put on your own oxygen mask before even helping your child, they say, because otherwise you can't help. Um, yeah, I would say I experienced that. Um, that in starting the instructor program, I had great energy and everything, but like it was also bringing up anxiety and yeah, and then I think kind of without realizing it, like my energy wasn't as good. And but of course it's because my I wasn't as committed to my own daily practice. Um, and so once I get back to that, then I have it to give, right? So so I'm really happy about that. Even about the ugly parts or going through that, like all of it. I'm grateful for every bit of it. Um, and the hard parts were hard. Some of it was rough, but it's like without, for me at least, without that ugliness or roughness, like I don't always find that commitment. And I feel that now, right? Like I'm excited because I know I'm committed and well, great things come out of like a commitment to daily practice. Yeah, which for me is Soma Breath and is also Isha Judd system. Um, yeah, Halsey's. I kind of do my own thing um, from these different sources. So, well, anyway, I would love to hear what other people's daily practice is, whether you have one, whether you don't, whether you um, feel committed to one, whether you want to be committed to one, wherever you are in that and what those things are. Like that makes me curious for each person, like what are those important things to you that you would choose? Like if you can only choose so many, right? what are the top ones to you? Is it breath work? Is it meditation? Is it stretching? Is it, I don't know what, you know? People do all sorts of things. So, yeah. So if you feel like sharing, please do. Okay. Take care, guys.